That's the sound of the men working on the...
I'm Max Silvestri.
I'm Rich Joswiak.
This week on Two Man Chain Gang, we went to the Applebees on DeKalb Avenue in downtown Brooklyn.
AKA the place where someone once pooped at the bar.
Someone pooped at the bar. We called it Crapplebees or Pooplebees.
Pooplebees.
Applebee poopin'. Applebees is a chain known for the way it fits in the neighborhood.
Right. Eating good in the neighborhood, I believe, is the slogan.
Though I kept saying, if you're here, you're in the neighborhood.
And I kept saying, if you're here, you're queer.
Right.
Or maybe that's just me.
Wherever you go, there you are. Queer.
Exactly.
You queer.
Because the thing about having a restaurant that's supposed to be very friendly like that is, you know, if you can't go to a place where everybody knows your name, at least you can go to a place where you know the name of every sizzling dish on the menu, which I do not.
No.
This Applebee's is particularly large. It feels like a flagship. It feels like the epicenter. It's on the corner of DeKalb and Flatbush. Mm-hmm. So you walk in, or we walked in, and it's just covered in tchotchkes and
yes.
You know, local sports teams, collages.
Anything? I mean, if you were not from New York and someone was like, tell me some stuff from Brooklyn, and you sort of guessed wildly and were like, Robert De Niro?
Barbra Streisand?
Batman?
My favorite thing hanging up, though, is when you walk, like, framed around the entranceway was a raccoon.
Yes.
Suggesting that raccoons eat here. And if it's good enough for a raccoon, it's certainly good enough for me.
They made a collage of their own menu and then framed it.
Yeah, art.
It kind of feels like an episode of Hoarders, but if the person put everything in frames on the wall. You're like, you need to throw some of this out. Yeah. You're really sick.
Yeah.
I can imagine that you would give Applebee's a lot of guff for being a fake neighborhood joint.
Right.
But my parents live in the suburbs, and they, when they're feeling lazy on Thursday nights, go to this local Irish pub for like pub food and drinks. And if I closed my eyes, I would not have been able to tell the difference between the food and drink at Applebee's. Like, I feel like it totally nails that vibe.
Yeah, it's like authentically inauthentic.
Right. Like, they have a lot of fried stuff. And then, like...
stabs at ethnic food.
Yeah, like French onion soup and then a spaghetti with chicken strips in it or something. And you're like, that's very Mediterranean.
I had Asian shrimp. The queso was white, and I think that it was probably as pure and tasty as a virgin.
Another thing about Applebee's is that every single Applebee's location is centered around a huge bar. Like, that's kind of part of their franchise charter, which is not true with a lot of other chain restaurants.
Definitely, like, it's on the Fridays vibe in that respect.
Yes.
But yeah, it's the bar was hopping. That was the place to be. Hopping and grinding.
Hopping and grinding. There was some grinding going on. Yes. It was very erotic. That's why we stayed behind the glass, so we didn't get any on us.
I had the sizzling Asian shrimp, and I would like to state for the record that my plate was not sizzling.
I would like to state for the record that this is not sizzling.
It's very disappointing to order a sizzling dish and not have it sizzling, because when I order a sizzling dish, I do it for the prestige and attention that sizzling dishes get, and I got none of that.
You mean if a sizzling dish goes by you, you're like, that guy good. That sounds like a high roller. Yeah, that's a big shot over there. Right? Can we have send him a drink? Applebee's is big on birthdays, and we found out that they do not check your ID to see if it's your birthday.
So go in there anytime and say, it's my birthday, and they will not fight with you about this.
The whole staff will sing you a song, not the birthday song, it's a song, and bring you free dessert. So we saw that happen.
No fewer than 5 times.
It is where you come for birthdays. It's where you come to celebrate. I mean, it's kind of the birthday song, but then it's like...
Here comes the hot stepper. So the reason that we know so much about this Applebee's specifically, including the poop and the birthdays, is because our waitress, we asked how she liked her job, and she did not shut up about it for 15 minutes. Mm-hmm. She literally said, if you can work here, you can work anywhere.
Yes.
She has witnessed bar fights. Mm-hmm. Somebody tried to run out on a $300 check.
And she went and got undercover cops at the 7-Eleven next door. I don't know how she knew they were undercover or why they were at the 7-Eleven, but they arrested these guys. They can't do karaoke anymore because it got too rowdy.
Too rowdy for karaoke.
As we mentioned before, she says one time someone was sleeping at the bar and then pooped.
Yes.
I don't know if that means they like stood up like they were sleepwalking and just dropped it and they're like, I'm in a bathroom, I'm going to stand up. Or whether they just like someone started to figure out. Or he was sleeping and he woke up and then he went to the bar and then took a crap. Right. He's like, check please.
I'll have what he made.
Not a mudslides?
We finished with the chocolate chip cookie sundae, which we also got the cognate of at Red Lobster, and this was far disappointing.
It's not very good. It's not a very good cookie.
The cookie wasn't very good. It wasn't hot enough.
Too much whipped cream. I mean, I will say, as much as the dessert was a bit of a letdown, I'm not a big dessert person. Everything else I found super good. Queso, amazing. Boneless
Queso was
buffalo
so
wings
good.
was great. The chips with spinach artichoke was super duper. Chicken tacos were great. Had a burger with fried onions on it that was fantastic. Great fries. So we ate a lot of food, clearly. I did not walk away feeling disgusting. Like Red Lobster
Red Lobster is
beat
pretty
me up
disgusting.
for a couple
It stayed-
days.
Yeah, exactly.
Like you could see an imprint of a langoustine in my stomach for like 4 days.
You got
It was crawling down my spine.
You got crabs.
Little crowd, yeah. I had to burn down my house. It's sad, but I just had someone else do it.
And keep in mind that we had a guest, Max's girlfriend Lindsay, with us, my friend. So all things considered, the amount of calories that were on the table, it was 7,413.
So, in conclusion, I would say thumbs up to the Applebees in downtown Brooklyn. With no irony. It's not like you gotta go there and check. It's great.
But if you do go there, somebody might shit at the bar,
Right.
and that would be even better.
And they're not being ironic.
No.
Isn't it ironic, don't you think, when
Yeah.
someone shits at the bar you're at?